What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. But today, we're going to be talking about the Ultra Space Time Summon number 3. Specifically, if you should be summoning on it or not. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so the main thing we want to get into here is the basics of it. We want to be talking about the banner and why you would be summoning on it in the first place. The main reason you're going to be summoning on a banner is it boils down to two things that can possibly happen. The first of which being you get a bonus for consecutive summons, and obviously in this case we don't have that, so that's going to totally rule out that option. And it's kind of unfortunate because I really hope that soon they give us some kind of bonus or guaranteed sparkings or something like that to sort of give us more of a reason to use consecutive summons, because right now, we have over a month with the Ultra Space Time Summon number 3, so you probably shouldn't be going for consecutive summons right off the bat no matter what. You're more than likely going to be getting 1 to 2 sparkings or even more if you're lucky out of the daily YOLO summons by the end of them, so it's really not a bad idea to just wait until towards the end of it, and then also see if a better banner comes out in the meantime that, you can spend a lot of your Chrono Crystals on and then get something more out of. But for the time being, let's go over the actual characters, since that's the other reason that you want to be going and summoning on a consecutive summon banner. So first and foremost, you want to look at the stats here. Stats are absolutely amazing. Almost 40k strike attack, 34k blast attack, lots of HP, lots of defenses, very high critical. Key restore is about mediocre, sort of middle of the road, not bad. The Blast Arts cards really are going to be the only thing that's sort of as a detriment to Android 18, as well as her Z ability being for female warrior base strike attack and defense, which is a little unfortunate. It's really, really solid that she's buffing herself, but I was hoping it would be Android tag, not female warrior. Unfortunately, it's going to be female warrior, and right now we don't have a full team that can take advantage of that. That said, for those of you that pulled a lot of pans, you have like a 6 or 7 star limit broken pan, even 5 star, for the Z ability and all that. Definitely a really solid option because she does boost strike attack as well. Gonna make Android 18 is gonna be insane. Okay, Android 18 is gonna be absolutely just bonkers powerful. So pretty cool stuff there. Team Android key recovery, so you get more key recovery when tag Android as a battle member. That's really amazing too, making it so pairing up with 17, even though obviously he's not going to be able to benefit from the Z ability, still not a bad idea, because obviously they're both really fantastic stat wise. They can do a lot of damage, they've got a lot of utility, and having the 20% extra key recovery is very, very valuable. That adds, if you go down here, so that adds roughly 360, probably closer to 350 key restore to the overall key restore speed. So that's really, really good. Putting her at about roughly, I want to say about 2100-ish. Okay, so really, really awesome stuff there. And then main ability, obviously, Deadly Dance is going to be really solid too. Being able to do major impact damage and increase enemy substitution count for 15 timer counts. Not bad. Also, Infinite Energy Reactor, important to note that this is going to reduce Strike Arts cost for 10 timer counts. So if you can get like 2 Strike Arts by the time you've used up the 10 timer counts for Energy Reactor, then you're basically getting it for 15 costs, which is really solid for 15% strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. That buff is really solid anyways on Android 18, who is a amazing strike damage dealer. So amazing stuff all around, guys. Android 18 is awesome. The only issue is her Z ability, really. And doing extra damage against Saiyans by 20%, pretty amazing. I think it goes without saying. She is absolute gold. And going over to 17 rather. Going over to 17, we've got 33,000 strike attack, 38,000, almost 39,000 blast attack, and then really, really ridiculous defenses going on here. Almost 30,000 strike and blast defense on this character. Insane stuff. Absolutely just crazy. Going to be holding a blast and a strike arts card, so not a bad partner for 18. Really not bad at all. Obviously only going to have 2 of the 3 tags that 18 has, because Android 17, as we know, is not a female warrior. So really, really awesome defensive unit right here. Obviously the defenses are amazing. Health is pretty awesome, and then the blast attack is just incredible. So really a great partner for 18. Other than the fact, again, going back to the Z ability here, that it's going to boost your purple base blast attack and defense during battle. So he can go on a mono team, but he's not going to be amazing on the mono team. but he's still going to do great as far as the Z ability is concerned. So we're going to try a lot of things out in the future if we do end up pulling 17 and 18. That said, right now, I mean, he doesn't have like the best of teams. He's just a really power creeped, really good unit, and his main ability going to be really, really awesome. Cause the enemy to receive 35% more blast damage, going on top of his already ridiculous blast attack, going to be insane, and his Z ability going to buff himself, as well as, you know, other Z abilities that can buff him as well. Double team blast attack plus, so when there are 3 battle members left, so when your entire team is alive, you're going to get 25% additional blast damage. Really, you're looking towards a scenario where 17's filling a very similar role that Kid Gohan fills on the Hybrid Saiyan team, where he does a ridiculous amount of damage, he buffs himself properly, he doesn't have like a full team that's really going to work out for him at this point in time, but down the line he will, and for the time being, I mean, he's still really, really amazing matched up against, you know, neutral, even negative matchups for him. You know, if you're going up against a yellow, other than like an 18, I really can't see very many characters in this game, and maybe a Kid Gohan that you'd have issues with. His defenses are ridiculous, his unique abilities are ridiculous, his Z ability is okay, his main ability is just ridiculous, and then Barrier nullifies enemy attacks, excluding certain moves like Rising Rush. If the enemy is at a close range while attacks are nullified, they will be knocked back to long range. Plus 5 cost to own special arts cost per use. It's only a 10 cost. It's only a 10 cost. 10 cost. And then it'll go up by 5 for a maximum of 25. Still, to just stop, basically just stop a possible combo. This is going to save your butt so many times, guys. This is going to save you so many times. So I cannot stress how awesome it is to see a unit like this added to the game. Really, really amazing. 17 is awesome. Going over to Krillin, who is possibly the best character on the entire banner. Blast attack over 40,000. Thank you for giving me this. Thank you, Bamco. Giving me an amazing Krillin. Well, not giving it to me, but like giving us an amazing Krillin. You know, we can pull an amazing Krillin. Almost 41k blast attack. Ridiculous. Awesome, awesome, awesome damage dealer. He's range focused, obviously being a blast attack, just insane damage dealer there. Key restore about neutral, or middle of the road, I guess. Critical is going to be about middle of the road as well. Health is okay. Defenses are pretty freaking good. Obviously not defense type good, but still really good. Strike attack is livable. We're okay with it. It's double strike attack here, so you know, you're gonna have to have partners that give you blast arts there. Super Warrior character tag, so down the road we might have a Super Warrior team that he can slot into. That's pretty awesome. I guess the main thing here is that, again, you go to his Z ability and he gives strike and blast defense during battle, so he's giving a defensive buff to both defense stats for a blue team. So we're going to be trying out a blue team again if we pull Krillin in my next video, where we're going to be going over and just pulling a few times on the banner, hopefully getting a few of the new sparkings. But yeah, this is pretty freaking exciting, guys. This is pretty freaking exciting. So blue is definitely going to have a really solid team after this. You know, you've got your Frieza, you've got your Frost. I think there are a few others that I'm not thinking of at the moment, but there are some really, really solid options for a mono blue element team right now, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Main ability going to be restoring ally health by 20%. Already really, really good, okay? That's going to restore your entire team by 20% there. The 25% going to be Piccolo, so, you know, obviously Krillin's going to be sort of filling that gap. And then at the same time, cancels attribute downgrades, which is important because, you know, obviously a lot of the time you're going to be seeing other main abilities that sort of nerf the opponent's defenses, and you want to be able to stop those from happening. Minus 100% to enemy key recovery for 5 timer counts. That is nuts. That is nuts. That is nuts. They use up, they're going to use up their offensive, you know, their combos. They're going to use up whatever their push is for a combo, and then it's gone for 5 seconds. But it's not even 5 seconds. It's really more than 5 seconds. It's 5 timer counts. So pretty crazy stuff all around. I think that it's amazing. Team Goku health res. So restore own health by 25% when character Goku is a battle member. I'm not sure exactly how that works out. Maybe it means that his health is going to be improved by 25% when he's a battle member, or like his max health is going to go up by that. I'm not entirely sure, because otherwise it would just be restoring health like when you enter the match with him, which doesn't make any sense because he wouldn't have taken any damage anyways. So we'll have to see how that works, but I think that's what they meant. And then assist inflicted damage plus 15% damage inflicted for 10 timer counts when characters are switched. amazing. Just amazing. Krillin's amazing. He's so freaking good, man. I want him so bad. More than any other character on this banner, actually, I want Krillin. And if you would have said to me, there's going to be a Sparking Krillin and he's going to be freaking amazing, I would have been like, you're out of your mind. There's no way. Bamco doesn't have enough, I guess, they don't have enough, I don't know, respect for Krillin, I guess, is the right way to put it. They don't think that Krillin's going to be something that drives a bunch of purchases, so they're not going to make a Spark. No way. There's never been like an LR on Dokkan or anything for him, as far as I know. I mean, pretty crazy stuff. Then we've got this dude right here, the final new Sparking of the banner. This guy is going to be the point of a lot of videos, a lot of just discussion, and I really don't know exactly where I'm swaying with him at this point in time. So you look at his stats, he's got really good stats, okay? His critical's above average, key restore above average, his defenses are about, you know, the new average, which is power creep, so it's still a little bit above average. And then the blast attack and strike attack going to be really fantastic. Not amazing, not top tier, you know, but he's really, really good. Health going to be really solid as well. Going down, you see the Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and Sun family. So really good stuff there. And then going over to his abilities. Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. So he's going to have a strike and blast attack increase there. Already going to be really awesome to slot him into an existing mono yellow team. So I'm excited about that possibility. But that's really cool. He's got a lot of offensive power that he's just going to be throwing out there. His main ability going to be 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, as well as increasing card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts. And only 5 timer counts must have elapsed by the time you've done this. So you can activate it after 5 seconds, essentially, guys. Maybe a little bit longer than that, because obviously timer counts don't really equate seconds. But really, really crazy stuff here. So awesome main ability, can happen very, very early. You're like, where's the downside, chicken? Where's the issue with this dude? 5% health lost. We've got it confirmed at this point that it's his max health, so it goes 5%. It goes down 5% every single time you use an arts card. Every single time from his max amount. I don't know exactly how I feel about that. I think that it's a very, very big damper on what would be an amazing, amazing unit. So we'll have to see how it goes. But then you go to his other unique ability, -10 to own arts cost from battle start for 20 timer counts. Really what it means is he's going to be able to buff his card draw speed, which is going to make it quicker to get rising rushes. And then he's also going to be able to just throw them out very, very quickly without, you know, using too much key restore. And then on top of that, when he's restoring his key, when he actually gets down to 0 or whatever and he has to restore it to go use some more arts cards, then he's going to be restoring pretty quickly, because over 2,000, that's pretty solid. So it's really a really big trade-off here. -5%, that is -20% for a full combo. That's pretty intense. But at the same time, he has so many offensive things going for him right now that maybe it works out. And maybe with some healers, he's good. And maybe with his early damage, even with, you know, red units being thrown against him, I still think he's probably going to end up pretty powerful and maybe able to even beat them, because he's going to be able to get rising rushes way quicker than anyone else can. So it's interesting. I'm definitely, I'd be excited to pull him because I want to try him out. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think he's going to be top tier on every team, but at the same time, he is really freaking powerful. So it is possible that we do see that. And the final Sparking for the banner going to be Super Saiyan Vegeta. We already talked about him. I don't think that he's going to be any more relevant based on what we've gotten from this banner. So do you summon on consecutive summons? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. The reason being, you really should be waiting until the end of the month. You've got a month to single summon on these for 20 a day. That is going to be roughly 660 Chrono Crystals for over 30 summons, guys. That's a lot of summons. You definitely should not be summoning on this banner right now, especially when, you know, we're going to be getting a new banner very, very soon, you know, to replace the Legends Rising banner, I would imagine. And obviously, we've got the Ultra Space Time banner that's ending in a few hours here. But the Legends Rising banner is going to be going off in just 5 days, or 4 days at the time of posting of this video. So really, what it comes down to is, do you really want them right now, or do you think you can wait to see if you can get them and see if there's any other characters that come out by the end of the month that are really, really good? And I think there will be, and I think people are going to spend a lot of Chrono Crystals on this. They're probably going to regret that and then have to spend a bunch of money or a bunch of time grinding out Chrono Crystals to, you know, do more summons for whatever the next thing is. But this is really exciting. Ultra Space Time summon number 3 is out. It's kind of cool. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Would love to hear your thoughts on these new units, but they're really, really unique and really, really good. And I think that 17 and 18 are going to be amazing to play. Krillin's going to be the best one off the banner, and Goku is a little bit of a toss-up. We'll have to see how it goes. But otherwise, have a fantastic day. Thank you as always for supporting Dragon Ball Central. Until the next one, guys, peace.